It's under Lakota. I don't see Lakota. Who's the president? Damn it! Maybe the ledger will tell me. President Dodge. I gotta find President Dodge. There he is. President Dodge. Where are you? Court physician of Lakota. So he's an Americanist under the control of the King of Lakota. He's also the court physician, and he has cancer. So he's going to die soon. So yeah, Lakota is actually peyotist. So the Americanist power, the moral authority for that, not great. Is he a bishop? Is that what it is? Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right. Court of Pahasapa. Oh, is that normally Mount Rushmore otherwise? Ah, gotcha. Alright, we're looking to take on the church here in Manizales. Industrial tycoons. Detroit. The very seat of the forged saint himself has fallen to infidels. In response, the saint in exile, His Holiness Forged Saint Jackson, has declared his intention to forge a great alliance of rust cultist lords in order to reclaim the shining city. This signals a new era of large-scale rustish holy wars, the industrial actions. So we have Forged Saint Jackson, based out of Dearborn, Chromigar. Yeah, who took over Detroit? Who took over Detroit, Michigan? Detroit's now under Tycoon Lucius, Rust Cultist. I mean, it's also Rust Cultist. I don't know why you have to, unless he's... No, they're all Rust Cultists. The hell's his problem, then? Let's talk about this. Oh, he's talking about this. Norseman. Pagan. He's just mad that they took one of the holy sites. This is the holy site here, not this. That's funny. Random Norseman just randomly took one of the territories there. And they're pissed. The Rust Cultists are pissed. Dizzy apparently lives right next to Dearborn. The only reason I know Dearborn is because I know that there is mention of it in MASH, and I love MASH. MASH is a good show. MASH is a show that I can watch from start to finish, like all of it. I think they have, what, 11 seasons total? I'll watch all 11. I have no problem doing that again. I wasn't even alive when MASH was actually being released. I only saw it afterwards through like reruns on TV that I just enjoyed. 41 gold captured, very good. Can't sack that again, so we gotta go back. Aaron2U2 says, I've watched all of MASH on Netflix a couple years ago. They actually remastered it, Aaron, on Hulu recently. So it's crystal clear quality, actually. It's very nice. News from Brazil. Governor Militant Donato of the Northern Captaincy has decreed that the fury of the South shall rain down upon King Stokely of Grand Trinidad. The Brazilian armies have begun their march, and the king, if not hiding out in Trinidad, can only hope to stand tall as his borders are attacked with the full wrath of the Brazilian Empire. Ethan's never seen it. Like I said, great show. They're about half-hour episodes apiece. And again, like 11 seasons long. So it's a long show, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Still do to this day. There's a few shows that I enjoy like that. I enjoyed MASH like that. I enjoy a show called Quantum Leap, like that, which was 5 seasons on NBC, I believe. NBC or CBS, one of the two. I believe it was NBC. Sliders, the first couple seasons, I thoroughly enjoyed for that, for shows like that. Obviously, Star Trek or Stargate SG-1, thoroughly enjoyed that too. Wasn't as much of a fan of Atlantis or Universe, but SG-1, I think, was the right mix. J2, have you seen Turn Washington Spies? Absolutely. I did enjoy that as well. I felt the first and second seasons were its strongest, while the third season was kind of like a weaker point for it. Alright. Can I raid this guy again? No. Gotta wait another year for that. Okay. I can't raid this guy until this war is done. You're slowing me down right now. You're slowing down my raiding. I don't like it. Yeah, I would say the actor who played Major Andre really nailed that part. It was phenomenal, just great. And you know, if you read the records, even the Americans who, you know, when they executed him, did so kind of reluctantly. Like, they weren't exactly happy about it, you know. And they said that he faced his death like a gentleman, and you know, there was no shame, I guess, in what was done there. Who died? My court chaplain died. Sad times. Harold's dead. New court chaplain is going to be Sejano. Phoenix King. My family bought MASH for Christmas. The entire series one year. Yeah, they had like the whole DVD sets. I was hoping they would convert them to Blu-ray, but they never did. That's why I enjoyed the Hulu conversion when they made that. Stormy Days. I started watching Star Trek years ago. Started with TNG. I'm up to DS9, but I'm having a hard time staying interested. Stick around, Stormy. I would say the first, like very similar to TNG. The first 2 seasons, I would say, in DS9 are its weakest. Once it really starts to like hone in on itself, like, keep in mind, for I think the first 2 seasons of DS9, they were running concurrently with the Next Generation. So the attention of writers was split between the 2 properties. By the time you get to like the 3rd season to move on, and when they really start to serialize the stories, when the storylines continue from episode to episode, that's when they got into a rhythm. They don't do it nearly as much as what today's serializations are, where it's like you have to watch every episode in order to understand the story. But there's like an ongoing story that happens throughout the later seasons. Eliza, my sister in darkness, wants me to join her for a lark over in Istamina. There's a certain padre and would-be witch hunter who has been a thorn in our side for some time. It is time to teach the arrogant fool a lesson in manners. Sure, time to dust some lashing seals. We found the zealous padre in Istamina praying in seclusion. Eliza snuck up from behind and gave the fool a hard kick in the head. As they gave a devotion to Belial, Eliza proceeded to relieve herself on the comatose preacher. Then the butchery commenced. We will host a decadent feast in the idiot's name. Eliza and I stage a lavish feast in the abode of the dead Gandero, taking care only to invite dignitaries who weren't well acquainted. The guests were shocked at the dancers, the half-naked musicians, and the heady smoke from exotic incense. But when we brought in the prostitutes, half the guests stood up and left. The other half were delighted. What will people think of your servants now, El Divino Nino? We get 100 dark power. Bewitch Aureliano and make him your servant. Very well. Aureliano, demonic possession. Do it. Do it. It could be that I'm using the powers of Lucifer's own too freely. People are becoming suspicious. Listen, I'm just trying to do what the game is telling me to do. Don't punish me for that. Oh! And grab that territory. I saw that happen. In the middle of the night, I seclude myself in the room I have meticulously prepared for tonight's black magic. With every step of the ritual completed, the air in the room grows more and more oppressing until finally I sense I'm about to unleash a being of terrible power upon my unsuspecting foe. Do it. What was another show that I thoroughly enjoyed? The West Wing. I can watch that show anytime, really anytime. I will actively seek out clips of it on YouTube every now and again, just because I thoroughly enjoy that show so much. The ritual was a resounding success. Aureliano seems to have taken quite a liking to me, and is now far more amenable to my suggestions. The unfortunate side effect is that he's become quite obviously insane, exactly as planned. Ooh, the corruption crept up on me so slowly I did not realize what was happening to me before it was too late. Little by little, my spine has curved itself forward, pushing my head down toward the ground, as if the dark magic has twisted me away from the heavens so that I'm always facing Satan. I knew power has its price, yet I never anticipated this. Man, whew! Yep. A hunchback imbecile. I'm a brawny hunchback imbecile, don't forget that, who has experience in both voyaging and being a gladiator. I'm very dirty, so I'm uncouth. I have a tendency to eat my opponents, but I'll write a poem while I'm eating them. So I'm like Hannibal Lecter. But I'm also an imbecile, so I'm not really sure what sort of writing I am creating as a poet. I'm also a hunchback and an impaler and greedy and cruel and cynical and arbitrary and ambitious and maimed and stressed and possessed and drunkard. So, you know, that's a thing. I'm a real catch, says Ethan Jory. Have you finished this war yet or not? Good Lord. They never said you were an acclaimed poet. Very true. Actually, hold on. That's true. Why be only one thing when you can be all the things? You're not wrong. Wasser. All right, rank up. Gotta rank up so we can get that dark healing. Gotta get that dark healing. But yes, West Wing was phenomenal. I always wished that they would do like a reboot of the West Wing. Even if it was on like they showed like the Democrat. I honestly, so if you've not seen the West Wing, it's a story about a democratic administration, and it goes throughout their entire administration. From I think it starts about 6 months after the guy is elected to the end of his presidency and the election of a new candidate who was also a Democrat. I would have taken it either way, like, because again, the person who played as the Democrat was Jimmy Smits, and he's great. The person who plays the Republican opponent in the show was Alan Alda from MASH. I would have absolutely loved to have seen Alan Alda play the president. So either way, I'd have been fine with it, but sadly, no such reboot exists. Revia Fondi says, yo, Mr. Streamer, yo, Mr. Viewer. Que pasa? Disney Empire says, promotion by Satan is more important than whatever child's education is needed at the moment. Oh, was there a child's education that I forgot? Oh, I do. Yeah, powerful Sako requires an education. Sorry, Sako. Nothing good. It looks like. Nothing good has come of your education. You've got 2 bad things and 1 good thing for stewardship, 1 bad thing for learning, and then these are all blank. So, Sako, if you're here, let me know what you would like. I'll give you a minute for the stream to catch up. While we're waiting for that, I want to do a couple of call-outs here. I've already said thank you to Nice Guy American, CavMain102 for following. Fast Booger25, F Moores 1334, Wall to the Worm, Coup PC Can't Drive, Manra87, all followed during our off time, so thank you all so much for following us over on Twitch. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Marsha because that's what her traits so far have led to. I have all the bad things, Revi. Like, look at this stat line right here. Look at this. Look at this right here. This is crazy. All I'm good for right now is holding my sword up in the air and charging. That's pretty much all my character is good for. That's why we keep raiding and nothing else. Can't burn you down for a while. Can't burn you down for a while. Industrial action for Chicagoland. The Great Forge St. Jackson has declared an industrial action against Grand Duke Quentin of Indianapolis and all the followers of the light in the Kingdom of Chicagoland. All true Rust cultist men are called to arms against the uncivilized barbarians. These undisciplined scabs will soon know the power of the Titans. So we've got Rust cultists. Let's take a look here. Rust cultists versus what? Revelationists? News from Brazil. The people of Grand Trinidad probably never knew why the eminent emperor chose to attack King Stokely. Regardless, they have suffered a crushing defeat, and Brasileiro armies are journeying home to celebrate as their victory has finally been declared. Yeah, so... Revelationists versus Rust cultists, looks like. And Grand Trinidad falls to the Northern Captaincy. So the Northern Captaincy pretty much has... this whole chunk here of South America, and I'm not a fan of that. I stumbled into a courtier eating cookies out of the kitchen. The courtier apologized several times and offered me a cookie as an apology for being in my path. And the cynic in me got the best of me. I lost myself in cynical comments about how the courtier was trying to poison me with baked goods, probably spoken out loud. I'm sorry, but that cookie looks suspicious. I said it to my padre. Padre Ciano wants me to stop being cynical. That is a promise I will not be able to hold, but I won't disturb him anymore. I hope that is enough, but probably not. Orleano's justice has brought peace to a troubled county. Fewer crimes are committed and fewer complaints are heard in the province. The peasants have never been happier. Hooray! Good job, Orleano. Yeah, so that's the thing. Brazil continues to grow. I'm not a fan. We might find ourselves subjects of the Brazilian emperor soon enough. So I can't declare war on him. Can't declare a war on him. I can't declare a war on you. Try to extort tribute from you. Reina might fancy me? No. I'll grab the piety instead. Claudio Eater has died. Has been succeeded by Claudio Patricio. Okay. Spartan News, hey J2, how's it going? Sorry I'm late, I'm playing HOI as the Kingdom of Netherlands, but I'm barely managing. Right when the Germans won the last leg, the British declared war on me for oil. The British declared war on the Netherlands? How dare they? You show those Tommies what's up. We can't burn that down. Perfidious Albion. 2688. 2687 when? December 24th. Christmas Eve. I'll be able to re-loot that territory. That's funny. Okay. See what else is going on in the world right now, since we can't really do much at the moment. I'm waiting to get enough dark power so I can try dark healing, which is, I need 300 dark power. Setting up a coup in Britain, America, and Mexico as the non-aligned as we speak. Lincoln has expanded a little bit. Portland has turned into Olympus. That must be a kingdom. No, it's a duchy. Oh, Portlandia is a part of it now. My wooden hill fort's been built and training ground's been built. Very good. Not seeing much in the way of consolidation yet anywhere in the map, really. The Maritime's actually split. We've got Alba Nuada now formed here from Duke Rory the Able. Revi Afandi asks, do I have an heir yet? I do. I actually have too many. Revi, I have 5 children, 3 sons, 2 daughters. Many years of my life have been spent dedicated to Lucifer's own, performing missions and tasks in the interests of the Order and its High Priest. Today, all that effort has been rewarded as I have become the new High Priest. My fellows now look to me for leadership and guidance is what I will provide. I am the new High Priest. Oh, absorb life force. Kill Wex 87 and use his life force to prolong your life. I need 500 dark power. Steward, new steward. Daniel is my new steward. How's the Tennessee region? Asked Spartan. Let's take a look. So we got Middle Tennessee, kind of the main area here. If we look at the de jure duchies, they've grown. Cumberland and West Tennessee fell to them. So we have Middle Tennessee and then Tennessee up here. The kingdom for it would be Boonland. So they're, it's kind of doing a thing. Blue Ridge and East Tennessee, and, the only problem is that they're right next to the Holy Columbian Confederacy, so that might be a problem for them. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and kind of begin to wrap up our stream here. I managed to get High Priest very early on. I actually wasn't expecting it, but we managed to do it nonetheless. That's fantastic. Which means I now have the power to sacrifice kids, which will allow us to prolong our own life, which is fantastic. It'll just take us a little bit of time to get the amount of dark power necessary to do so. But you bet I'm going to be sacrificing some kids. If you have not yet done so, go ahead and join up on our Discord where we make our major announcements and have regular community discussion. Throughout the course of the day, that's where I'm most active, because that's the easiest place for me to jump into really quickly during work and jump in and jump out of, versus, like some other forms of social media. And then, of course, all of our links for various sorts of social events. It is, Revi. Agrabah is an Aladdin reference, because even the ruler here is Shah Ali Fabdusi Ali Ababa. That is absolutely a Aladdin reference. So there you go. So whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, you can follow us all there. I'm still trying to get Steam to work for streaming. It's a little bit harder than I anticipated. But yeah, we had a good time here. We managed to raid some more. We didn't gain any more territory, but we've built up our territory quite a bit. We're preparing for our eventual succession here with some kids. Just can't figure out which one yet is going to be our next ruler. And I just became a high priest of the Lucifer Order, so we're about to sacrifice kids too. So fun times await for us here in Crusader Kings 2 after the end, and we will continue our stream and our campaign tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. PST. That is in 22 hours from this time right now, and you can find us on Twitch, YouTube. What I do for our streams, however, is I will stream on YouTube, but I will then delist it and then put up the VOD in a separate time in 30-minute increments. So it'll take us longer to go through it all on YouTube, but if you're wanting to watch the videos at a slower pace, that's where you can find all of the videos for that. South American Simulator is going strong, Nuddle. You're just about here for the wrap-up, so I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone, and have a good night, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Take care.